everybody, my name's Sweat. But today I'm going to be talking about Rosa Park, a person who have changed the history. Well, probably when you listen to Rosa Park, you probably know by the incident of staying in the bus, right? But there are lots of other secrets more that maybe you guys haven't heard about. And it's all in today's talking. Rosa Park. Well, Rosa Parks was born in 1930 and grew up in and around Montgomery, Alabama. During the Jim Crow days. Well, what is the Jim Crow days? Let's go and explore more. Jim Crow Day is a time where Jim Crow was a system of separations. They make black people to do things separately from white people, such as drinking at different fountains, studying in different school, sitting in different spaces in the train or the bus, and a lot of other things. And also the most important thing is black people can't vote. And that is what the Jim Crow rule is. And they made really and it just really doesn't mean anything. Like, why do they have to do this and why do they have to do that? People in the South in the past treated black peoples and color-skinned people like usual person that just moved to the city, but not the citizen at all. Well, a lot of people may know her from the incident of sitting in the white seats, but it's not her first work to try to stop the Jim Crow days. By the 1950s, when she's 37 years old, she has been working for civil rights groups that were trying to make sure blacks could vote. In the past, there are groups that's been led by Dr. Martin Luther King. Do you know him? He was a really big person in the history for stopping these Jim Crow rules too. Well, she was a part inside of that group that were trying to make sure blacks could vote. And she also helped to raise money for those legal defense of people who were arrested for resisting Jim Crow laws. And you must know that she's one of them too. She's one that have unfollowed the Jim Crow rules. Well, the incident happened in December 1st, 1955. In that time, she was trying to go on the bus, but she doesn't just sit in the back seat. She then started to sit on the side. And when the bus has no seat left, the Rosa Park was asked by the driver that, can you please move so that this person could sit? Well, she ignored it and sat still there. Well, after times of asking, the driver started to say that you can be arrested if you doesn't follow the rules. Usually a lot of people in the past and Rosa Park have once or a lot of time unfollow the rule of these sitting, but usually they just kick them out or drop them out. But this time Rosa Park was being arrested, and she knows that if she's doing this, then this would get a really big effect on what is happening now. You can see that how is she's really patient even when she's being arrested. And she wasn't scared in that time. She thinks that if she is gonna be arrested, then it could make a bigger influence on this topic. Well, then people start to Then Dr. Martin Luther King started to tell boycotts to start to make cars. In the past, Dr. Martin Luther King just think that, okay, this could happen for one day, that the person can stop using the bus and then it uses like usual. But it doesn't follow like that. The community just starts to unuse the bus, and that makes a really, really, really big drop in the profit of those communities' buses. Well, in that time, black people has not made that bus be disgraded. And in that time, people started to stop using buses for whites and blacks. And they start to work to school, work to work, walk to work. And some Boy Scouts even started to use their own cars, and some churches started to build a fund so that people can start to buy cars and drive those people to work and to schools. And after she's being arrested, that is still being done by a lot of other people, and that was something that she must really appreciate. And if it was me, then I'm going to cry, brush in tears, because it is something that's so great. And in the later year, people started to build groups of people who comes to the street and have a big parade of what do they need for the rules, such as stop being unbiased, stop separate school, and lots of other things. And there are a lot of rights now that have protected the people by studying the same school or even voting. And it was a really, really big change. And not just Rosa Park have built up this. It was a big group of community where all of them have tried to build the world to become this happy country. We'll just really, really, really appreciate the works of people in the past, that this day you could also see groups of people who were always protecting black people and color-skinned people, and that's just really, really, really great of them. Well, that's all that I want to talk about Rosa Parks today. Now it's time to say goodbye. Goodbye.